This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. Let us discuss something new today. So, how to create report with the grouping and totals. It's very simple report, and let us understand what is the grouping and what is totals and how to use them. Clear? So, the learning points are tabular report. Understand how groups are going to work: group header and group footer, adding subtotals and grand totals, and sorting, adding currency symbols and condition formatting. So these are the learning points that we'll have today. And let me take a new report. Let me open existing project. Click on recent project. Now I wanted to use before the iBank and create one data set. Clear? So I wanted to use one query. I think it's open now. It's ready. Now this report, I think it's working fine. Let me take this data set and so this is going to be giving you uh, region wise, branch wise, year wise, what is the balance, total balance. Okay. So a couple of tables I'm joining here. So I'm joining this table with this table based on this condition. And again, this table with this table, and R name as region, branch name as branch. I'm going to be getting transaction here from this and some of the balance from this. So this is what is my query I'm going to be using. Clear? Now I go and I go to Solution Explorer and I wanted to create a add new item. So I wanted to choose the template. Now this is what is called so the branch wise, year wise, I think year wise balance. That is the report name. Branch wise, year wise balance means I'm talking about total balance. So I wanted to give the report name, say branch wise and year wise. That's what I branch wise and year wise and region wise also. Year wise balance. So it is not only branch, year also we need to year and branch wise. Okay, region and branch wise. Okay, region and branch wise. Region, branch, and year wise balance. Okay, so this is the actual report name. So I wanted to create a data source first, and I'm going to be using iBank is my source. Now I'm going to be using shared one, and iBank is a shared one, and data sets, add data set. Now I'm going to be using main set, and I wanted to use embedded query because this is the query I'm going to be using. This query I'll be posting in the OneDrive. Just copy and paste it, and region wise, let us take a simple report. Let me take a table here, and I wanted to have region wise and branch wise and year wise, and have one more column to the right and the balance. Clear? Now I wanted to take this report and I want it to have a branch like this, here like this, and I want it to have a balance also and do some formatting. Clear? So background formatting and all will do it. And let us preview it. It is normal, simple report, okay? But we wanted to give you some more. Now the question is that why it is showing east, east, east these many times? Can't we display only once? Can't I display north, north, north many times? Instead of that, only one time I wanted to display. Again, why it is showing Goa, Goa, Goa these many times? So I wanted to display not like this. This is detailed data. I wanted to have group data. I would like to create a group on the region. So I would like to create what? Group. So now there is no group. So we'll understand what is a grouping. When you create a group on this, it is not going to display many times like this. Clear? So that's what is the point I wanted to tell you. There is no grouping now. I wanted to create a grouping. Clear? So yesterday we were talking about row groups. Do you remember? Yesterday we were talking about row groups and column groups. So row groups are available, column groups are available for matrix. But now I'm going to be using table. I wanted to create a row group. So I'll go to row group here and I wanted to say add a group, parent a group by region. Clear? I wanted to have. Now again, I wanted to have a group header and a group footer. It is not page header. Page header is something different. Page footer is something different. I'm talking about group header and a group footer. What is the meaning? Let me tell you. For example, I wanted to take this data. Okay, let me copy this data with headers. Let me go and paste this data. So this is what is the data. Now the first question, I don't want to display like this. I would like to create a group. Inside Excel, how do you do that? You go here, you simply say merge. Okay, when you say merge, now click on OK, it will display like this. So you can simply go here and click on merge. Now click on OK. Now click on. So this is how you're going to be grouping. Now after grouping, you wanted to have a, what is the total sales of East? What is the total sales of North? Okay. I wanted to get one blank row here. Okay. So this is a group. This is a blank row. This is what is called group footer. Now for this North also, for this South also. First you need to go to South and click on merge. Now click on OK. Now click on this. Now again you have a West and click on this and click on this. Now I wanted to create a blank row. Why? Blank row I need to have. I would like to have a subtotal. So total for this guy. What is the total for this guy? I wanted to have it here. Okay. So that is what is the called. So I would like to say subtotal here. I would like to have like this. And here again, I wanted to create one more blank row. This blank row is called group footer. If you create a blank row on top, this is what is called header. Okay, this is the group. So group header means a blank row. Group footer means one more blank row will get added. Now, what is the advantage of a footer and header? We can give some space here. You can have some grand totals of this group. Clear? So I wanted to know what is the grand total for this group. So you can say subtotal, right? So something like this we can have. Again, you have to create a blank row. So manually we're creating a lot of things here, right? So this is how in Excel we can create a good report. I can have a blank rows, I can have grand total, I can have one more blank row. This is what is called group footer, and one blank row when you create above this group, this is a group header. Okay, one blank row you should be able to create. Clear? So that is what. So this is what is called a grouping. So when you have a grouping like this, so within the grouping you can also have a blank row, which is what is called group footer. Clear? Now, why the purpose? The purpose is I told you to have subtotals and everything. Now, see now, I don't want to have a group header, but I would like to go in for group footer. It will give you a blank row. Now click on OK. Now you see you got one blank row. Now you save and preview. Now you can understand this is a grouping. This data is without a grouping. Clear? So this is what I need. I don't need like this. There is a simple blank row. See, manually we have created many times, right? So here it's more easy. You can create a blank row like this, but in Excel sheets everything need to be done manually. One row you need to insert, one more you need to insert. If you have thousands of groups, you will go mad creating this kind of a report. Clear? And subtotals again manually you need to come and you need to take this number and click on this symbol and you just say subtotal. Manually you are able to create the same report, but now I'm able to get it. So I don't need this column. So simply go delete this column, right? Now save and preview. You should be able to get, east wise. These are the branches, right? Again, we have these two are common. We can say subgroup as well here. If you wanted to have a subgroup, you should be able to create a subgroup. Now, if you wanted to create one more group, go to region level. Now click on the triangle, add a group, not the parent group. I can have a child group. Within the region, the branch is the child. Now click on OK. Now I can show you how the data would be. Now see, instead of displaying Mumbai twice, it's displaying only once. Now this column, I would like to delete it. So you can have group within a group. Delete this. Now you can have a data like this. So east, blah blah blah. Again you have same numbers are displayed multiple times. You can also have one more group. I would like to have a grand total here. Now simply go to design, go here and choose balance. Automatically sum comes and you can have a different color, right? And you can also have a bold and increase the font, and you write manually subtotal, right? So creating a report is pretty much easy. Now let me preview it. So you should be able to get subtotal of this here. Subtotal is this here and subtotal. I wanted to have grand total also. Okay, I would like to have grand total as well. Go to design, go to row groups. Now you go to region level and you have a add total before and after. After means at the end. It's going to be creating a grand total at the end. Choose this. Now one row got added automatically. Now you add. Now since it is a number, it is going to be adding sum of year number. You delete this because nobody is going to be having sum to year number. Delete this. Now it is a grand total. I wanted to have it. Now you can have some color if you wanted to have it. Okay. Now save and preview. Clear, guys? Now, if you see what is the grand total will be this much. Clear? So that's what is very, very important. I am not getting some data here. Why I'm not getting some data here? Let me show. So there are some null value, no sales happened. So whenever there is a null value here, you have to display not the null, you need to display some zero. For that purpose, we are going to be using is null. Clear? If there is a null, instead of null, you show as a zero. Now you don't get null zero. So this is how you should be able to have. Okay? So there is no null displayed. So you need to write is null. If it is getting you some kind of a null, don't display null. Instead of null, you display zero. With the help of this function we're going to be using, you let me take this and go to design and go to main data set. I wanted to modify, delete it and paste it. I have modified the code with is null, right? Now you go and preview and see the data. Clear? So earlier you were getting a blank data, now you're getting a zero. So all these things are important. You should know SQL Server very well. Writing queries and everything is very, very important. So we don't do all these things in Power BI. Power BI is you do the data modeling and writing queries may not be used there. But in SSRS, we create queries and everything. In Power BI also we can write queries, but without writing queries, you should be able to create a beautiful reports. Less complexity, less complex you will have in Power BI because you're completely dependent on complex queries here in SSRS. But whereas in Power BI, it is not like this. You can simply drag and drop automatically. Grouping will happen automatically. Summing will happen automatically. Everything is going to be happening, and you're also joining the tables. Everything in Power BI. Power BI is even more easier than the SSRS reports. In SSRS, you need to write complex queries and each and everything need to be okay, carefully you must do this. For example, I had shown, I had seen some blank values. I need to have is null function and lot of things here, right? So that's what is the difference between a Power BI and this one. So this is a simple report, region wise, branch wise, year wise. I wanted to have only two decimals and with some currency symbols. Go to balance, right click text box properties. Now you go to number. So you have a currency there. What kind of a decimal places? So how many decimals you need? You need three, you need four, I need two. And what is the symbol that you wanted to have? I would like to have whatever you wanted to have it. You should be able to have one symbol. So that is up to you. I can have a Hindi, I can have Indian's currency, right? So the currency, I'm able to get it with two decimals. And it is not available to the subtotal and the grand total. You have to repeat the same steps once more. Go and click on this box, right click on this text box properties, go to number and currency. Now two decimals again, you must go and choose your own, currency depends upon the requirement. Clear? I wanted to choose in India, we speak, Hindi, right? So this is the language, the symbol we're going to be using. Now preview and see the symbols and two decimal points. Now I wanted to have the same thing for the grand total as well. So you go, you should be able to again right click on this text box properties. Now again go to number, come to currency. Now two decimals is fine. Now choose your the Hindi, the language symbol that I was having, right? Now click on OK. Now save and preview. So we are creating all the reports with grouping and with like this. Clear? Now I wanted to also need some kind of a conditional formatting. Okay, what do you mean by conditional formatting? So adding currency symbol and everything we have done it, sorting and adding conditional formatting. Conditional formatting means what? I wanted to display data based on some condition. For example, so display the font color in blue. Okay, when balance is let us say greater than 50,000. Okay, display the font color in blue when the balance is 50,000, else in red. Clear? So if the balance is greater than 50,000, show the font in blue color. Else, if it is less than 50,000, font color should be in red. So this is some kind of a conditional formatting. Clear? So I wanted to display like that. So for that purpose, I go to design. So I'm talking about the balance, right? So this is the one I wanted to change the color. So, for example, there's a people who's going to be writing examination. If they score greater than 40, they have to be they're passed. So that will be in green color, else in red, something like this. Okay. So if you write an examination, so you got 40 means you're passed. So blue or green color font for that same student, but else in red. So that means they're failed. So like that, I wanted to have some kind of a conditional formatting to those guys. Clear? Now I wanted to go and where I should write to this font. I go here, right click on this text box properties. Now there is a font. Clear? And I can see a lot of effects, means expressions I can write. What expressions? Bold, italic, black, color expressions. What is that? I would like to go in for expressions in the colors. So click on this. So when you click on this, it will give you one more expression window by default, which is a black. But I wanted to say if, okay. So you have constants, built-in fields, parameters, fields means columns, data sets, and variables. Now operators, arithmetic, comparison, concatenation, logical bitwise, bit shift, lot of things are available. Text, common functions, and these are called string functions in SQL, date and time functions, mathematical functions, inspection functions, program flow. So if you wanted to use if and else, so you can use IIF, okay? So choose function can be used, switch function can be used as part of program flow. Aggregate functions, financial function, conversion functions, miscellaneous like row number, previous, multi lookup, lookup, lot of functions are available here. So what we do, what is that? If we need to write like this, if balance is greater than 50,000, then display in what? Blue, else in red. Okay. So this is what we need to write. So this is what is the kind of command. So instead of having if and else, so it is going to be using if. Okay. It is if and only if it is equivalent to if and else. Okay. So if something is true, you do this, else you do this. Okay. Instead of writing two things, you can use IIF. IIF means if and only if. That means that is equivalent to if and else. Clear? So if means if means if something is true, then you do this. For example, if uh, balance is greater than 50,000, then you show the font in the blue color, but it will not say else. What is else? No, nobody knows. If this condition is true, then blue. Then remaining cases it does not know. By default, black color font will get displayed. Clear? But it is not like this. In this case, what will happen? So you will have this is in blue color and remaining data in red color. Clear? So if condition is something different, if and else is something different. Okay. If then this condition is true, that's fine. Else this will get applicable. But here only this condition is going to be applied. So IIF means it is equivalent to if and only if. This is equivalent to if and else. Clear? So I am going to be using. So what is the syntax? If something is true, so the condition you need to write it here. The condition is true, put comma. If this is true, you have to display the font color in blue, else font color in red. So we are going to be having everything in a single line. So that is the beauty about this syntax. So we need not write else, we need not write everything. Simply the condition is going to come here. If this is a true, then the font color. So the action. If something is true, you do some action. What is the action? This one. If something is bad, also something is false. You also do one more action. If this is true, you show the font color in the blue, else in red. So this is the syntax that I'm going to be using. Clear? Now, how did I come here is important. Let me tell you. So what is the requirement? Did you know clearly? Now, so now you see everything is in a black, right? I want to apply some colors to this. Go to text box properties. Now go to font, right? So, and I wanted to change this black color to blue and red depends upon my scenario. So I would like to use common functions, a function called a if. Double click on this. Now it is going to change. If balance, where is balance? It is available in the fields. So this is balance. Double click on this. Balance greater than 50,000 and put comma. Clear? If it is a true, then go to constants. Now it is telling me if it is true, show everything in blue color, right? So we have, I need the dark blue. We can get more colors. So medium blue, dark blue. Okay. Dark blue I can have, comma. If something is when it's not there, I would like to have red. So close this. That's it. If this condition is true, then show everything in dark blue or blue, else in red. That's it. Click on OK. So there is an expression. Earlier it was a black. Now it is expression. So save and preview like this. Now you can have, see now, wherever it is less than 40,000, 50,000, the sales is very, very bad. Now it is giving me like this. Now we can see the data. So this is a font color. Instead of a font color, you can write this expression anywhere. Let me go. I want to put black color back. Go back. Now go to font. So I would like to simply go and remove and put this color black. So the expression is gone. Now you will be able to see everything in blue color. Now instead of that, I wanted to apply uh, not for this font. I wanted to apply for the cell. Cell means the fill color. Right click on this. Now text box properties. We were taking a font, but instead of font, we take a fill. So where is that no color as of now to this cell, right? All these are cells, there's no color. So no color. I would like to go in for a color. So based on the condition. Again, go to common functions, program flow, if balance fields, go here. Balance is greater than 50,000, put comma. Now go to constants. Now I wanted to click on the blue or the dark blue. Again, put type comma and choose the color red and close the bracket. Now click on OK, click on OK. Now it is a fill color of that cell. Now, see now the colors have changed. Fill color, the cell has been changed. Clear? So if you wanted to have complete, you know, uh, uh, what is that? The a row completely to be modified. So you can have a row color also can be changed. Okay. If you wanted to have this, you can also go in for tablets properties. So you can simply click on this. Now you can press F4 or function F4. You will be able to get some more properties. Okay. You click on this and function F4. F4 means properties window, or you will be able to get simply press F4. Okay. So what I am pressing, I can press F4 in some computers. In some computer function button plus you need to press F4. Clear? So you will be able to get something like this. And before that, let me go and remove the color, fill color. Go to fill. So I'll say no color. Now you need to remove this color. Clear? So now I wanted to create a complete, row into blue and red. So for that purpose, you go here and the function F4. Now you will have a background color. Okay, no color. Now when you go there, So background color is no color. Click on this. Now when you come down, you see a lot of expressions here. Click on this. Now again, you do the same thing. Go to program flow, F balance fields, double click on this greater than 50,000 and fill the color, let us say in yellow, comma, and else this one, lime, and click on OK. Now you should be able to see the data like this. Am I clear? If something is true, you display the data like this, else you display the data like this. This is in a completely background color or the row color. So whatever you wanted to have, you can have it. If you wanted to remove it, you can again click on this and press function F4 once again. You go to fill color, background color, you go and you say no color, so that is gone. You save and preview. Clear, guys? So whatever you wanted to have, you can have it. I wanted to have a region in ascending order, descending order. You can go to the region and you can go to group properties. Now I wanted to have the sorting by default A to Z. You can also have Z to A. Now whatever you wanted to sort based on what, so that is available. So first west, south, north is like that. Whatever you wanted to have it, you should be able to have it. But default is, you can see group properties, any column you can sort. Go to sorting. Now you can make it to this one. So you can also go in for this one and go to group properties, and sorting is Z to A based on the branch. Again, you can change that to whatever you wanted to have it. Clear? So how to create a grand total, how to create a subtotal means, if you wanted to have a subtotal, you need to have a grouping. What group we have created? Which is a row group. Clear? So this is what I have created, and this is what you should be able to understand clearly. Clear? That's what is very, very important. Then you should be able to see this neatly. And I wanted to apply one more thing here. Go to design. I go to region row groups. Click on this. I will go to group properties, and there is an advanced tab. So in the advanced tab, I have a document map. So I'm planning to have region as a document map. Clear? So I'll show you what is this document map. Save. Now preview. Now see, when you click on east, you're able to go to east. Click on north, you're able to go to north. Click on south, you're able to go to south. When you click on west, you're able to get west. But the problem, it is displaying west and south. I wanted to have, if I click on west, I should be able to get only west, not anything else. What I do, I go here, I go to region, I go to group properties, I go to page breakup. Okay, I go to page breakup and I select between each instance of the group. I click on OK. Now I save it, I preview it. Now see the data. So I'm able to get one region data and page. Now I click on east, I'll get east. I click on north, I'll get north data. I click on south, I'll get south data. I'll click on west, I'll get west data. So I'm cutting the groups into page level. Clear? Page level data, I should be able to have it. Clear? So this is what is very, very important. So this structure is called as a data, what is called as document map. How did I get this? Now I went to region, click on this, go to group properties, come to advanced tab. Region is this, document map is this. It will create this kind of a structure, right? Now I wanted to, after that, what I have done, I went here, I wanted to apply page break and check this. So then it is going to be displaying one region per page. Okay. So how would you display, region, each region per page means you need to apply row groups. Then after that, we can tell them that apply a page break. Clear. And if you need a structure like this, you can go in for this. Now again the question, if I take this and export it to Excel, what happens? Will I get same structure like this? Let us see what happens. Let me go to Excel, go to downloads. Now the beauty is it is creating east. Now it is going to go to one page. Have you seen this? Now you go by document map, go to north. Now the north is sheet is here. You go back south, south is sheet number 4, sheet number 5. It is created a lot of sheets like this, and the structure is available in the first sheet. Now see the beauty, automatically everything is organized. Clear? So people are very, very happy. For example, I wanted to go the west. Simply click on this. I'll go to that sheet and come back. I would like to go in for south. I'll go to that sheet. But one problem is missing. I wanted to have seat name also as the name of this region. Clear? I wanted to make this as a south. I wanted to make this as what? West. Whatever be the name there, the same name I wanted to have it here. Now I did not do anything. Automatically, which is creating a lot of sheets for every region. People may ask you, I wanted to export the data. Now I should not get all the data in a single page. I wanted to get multiple sheets like this. What will you do in SSRS report? You can tell them that. So you have to apply what is called as a row groups. That's it. Grouping by region. When you say each regional data is going to come to in a separate sheet. For example, I have students data, males and females. I wanted to have male data in one sheet, female data in one sheet. How do you get this? So simply you say uh, grow group, you go, you choose add a group, then grouping by gender. So gender data, male data is going to group, female data going to be group. When you export it, it's going to be creating two sheets. Clear? So how do you get sheets, data in separate sheets means you must ask them to create a row groups. Clear? And later they'll ask you, I wanted to have the sheet name as the group name because it is giving sheet number 2, sheet number 3. I don't like it. I would like to have the the group name as a sheet name. To do that, you need to go to your report. Now here everything is fine now. Now I will go and I go to region and click on this and function F4. Okay, so click on this. You mention function F4 here, and I will be able to see a group here and expand this. And when you expand a group, you will be able to see a page name here. Now go to the page name, go to expression. Now page name will be the region name. If you go to fields, there is a region that has to be displayed as a page name. Page name means a sheet name. Click on OK. Now save and preview. There is no change here. There is no change. Everything as it is working. So I'll show you how did I do that. I went to region, press function F4 or only F4. You will get this window, expand groups. Clear? So what I'm expanding, this one I'm expanding. Clear, guys? So clicking on groups. Now after that, what is that I am filling? Page name. Clear? So by default, you will have nothing. So you need to go to the data field, use the page name as a region. So only once, not twice. Double click and choose the page name. Done. Now preview. Now you download the report to Excel. Now let me say 1, 2. Now go and see 1, 2. See now east, north, south, west. Have you seen it? Now, this is how you should be able to get your sheet names as your group name. Clear? And document map is available here. And east, you can go to east this sheet and you can just go back, and the south, you're jumping to south. Now this is your data. Now again you go back, and I would like to have west, and you can have the data very, very neatly. So the management is very, very happy about this. They can download this and they can also use however they wanted to have it. But if I download this report into PDF, what will happen? Will I get all this structure? Let us see it. So let me go to documents. Okay, so this is my report. So I have like this, right? So each page is going to be having one branch. Now, when you see it here, it is also giving you this hyperlink. Have you seen this? PDF also will give you all these things. When I click on West, I'll get West data. When I click on South, I'll get totally 4 pages are available. Okay, 4 pages are available. You can choose, but you can also get a document map. When you click on East, East data, North data, South data, whatever you wanted to have, you should be able to have like this. So this is the beauty about the PDF as well. Clear? In the PDF also, you can create hyperlinks like this, and you should be able to get the data like this. Am I clear, guys? So all these things can be achieved with the help of simple steps. See, step number one, create a row groups. Step number two, have a footer. Then later we had created a grand total. Then later we had created some expressions for the font and everything. Then we also applied currency symbols. Now I'm going to be displaying the data, regional level data in separate page means we applied what is called a page break. Go to region, click on this triangle, go to group properties, go to page break and apply. And I also applied advanced document map region. It's created like this. Clear? And whenever I export the data, I wanted to have the sheet name as this region name. For that purpose, I went to region, press function F4. Now I go to groups, I expand it, I go to page name. I want to take this as a region name here. So all these things you can also do it and enjoy it. Clear, guys. And people would also ask you, if I create a document map, will I get the structure? Yes. And if I click on something, will I go to that page? Yes. So what is the trick you need to apply? So you need to apply page break plus document map. When I export document map and page breaks and everything, will I get them in separate page? Yes. Clear? So all these things you should know. So you must have row groups. Without row groups, nothing will happen. Grouping is very, very important. Without a grouping, you will not get a subtotals, because group will have a footer and header, right? If you don't group it, you will not be able to create a subtotals. Remember that point. Grand total anybody can give, but subtotals you cannot give it. So to have the subtotal, you need to have a grouping in that column. Thank you, guys. Any questions? So these are very, very important and simple to learn. And Power BI also, we have all these things. Sorting is there, and applying currency symbols available. Then you can create grouping. Everything can be done, right? So that's what.